The girl I liked was dating a total scumbag. He gambled, slept around, abused her, yet she insisted he was a good man. She hated me standing up for her, accused me of stirring trouble, said I disgusted her. When I finally stopped loving her, she went crazy begging me to come back. Emily showed up with fresh bruises from that bastard boyfriend again. As she sobbed to me, I rolled up my sleeves. I'm going to make Jason pay for this. She grabbed my arm. No, he was just drunk. It was a momentary slip. My chest tightened with frustration. How many times has he slipped now? You're still defending him? Tears streamed down Emily's face, the finger marks around her neck glaringly obvious. But when he's sober, he's so good to me. Look at this bracelet he bought for my birthday. She thrust her wrist forward. He even cooks for me sometimes. I examined the cheap TikTok trending bracelet $9.99 with free shipping garbage. The cooking she mentioned was instant noodles with an egg. It made no sense. Emily grew up privileged in the Johnson family, showered with love and elite education. Even I'd spent years treating her like porcelain. Yet this trashy dropout had her completely brainwashed. Since when does a worthless trinket and half-assed noodles count as affection? I snapped. Wake up. Emily, what does that loser even offer you? You don't understand him. She fired back. His parents divorced young. He had a tough life. But his feelings for me are real. Real? I scoffed. That garbage doesn't deserve love. Emily's face flushed with anger at my words. Her phone buzzed with Jason's caller ID, instantly transforming. She cooed into the receiver. Hi, baby. The snarling voice carried through. You with that simp Kevin again? Don't be mad. I just came to get something from Kevin. Leaving now. She hurried toward the door despite my protests. Mrs. Johnson chose that moment to storm in with 2 security guards. Emily froze. Mom, care to explain these bruises? Mrs. Johnson's voice could freeze hell. Emily whirled on me, betrayal flashing in her eyes. You told my mom? When you wouldn't listen, I shrugged. Mrs. Johnson was already dialing 911. We're pressing charges. No. Emily dropped to her knees. I did this myself. Jason didn't. You're coming home. We're revoking your condo access effective immediately. The security team escorted a screaming Emily out. Fuming, I drove straight to Jason's usual haunt. The bastard was laughing with his dropout buddies at a roadside barbecue joint. I yanked him up by his filthy collar. You piece of shit. How dare you touch her again? Jason smirked. Unbothered. Touch her? He shoved his phone in my face. You mean like this? The video made my blood freeze. There was Emily on her knees, Jason fisting her hair as she moaned. See, he breathed in my ear. Your precious princess? She gets off on this. You treat her like China boring. Me? His laugh curdled my stomach. She's just a bitch in heat. His friend's laughter followed me as I stumbled away, their jeers etching permanent scars. I was absolutely furious. Without thinking, I swung my fist at him with all my might. Jason dodged slightly, my knuckles grazing his nose. Seeing me attack, his lackeys swarmed like hornets. Outnumbered, I quickly lost ground and ended up curled on the pavement, covering my head as their kicks rained down. Jason suddenly coughed, halting the beating. Jay, what's wrong? You're bleeding, came Emily's voice. Even her mother hadn't managed to keep her away. Wiping blood from his nose, Jason sneered. Your little simp here tried to kill me to defend your honor. Emily frantically searched for tissues to staunch his bleeding before finally noticing me crumpled on the ground. She made no move to help me up, instead clinging to Jason while looking down coldly. How many times must I say this? My relationship with Jason is none of your business. I'm not a child anymore. Why does everyone keep meddling in my love life? Jason nuzzled Emily's ear, deliberately putting on this intimate display. Baby, this is the 3rd time he's come after me. I'm so done with this. He winced dramatically. Shit. I think my nose might be broken. It hurts like hell. Emily cooed promises to take him to the ER immediately. When she turned to me, her expression twisted with revulsion. Kevin, all you ever do is stir up trouble. Who do you think you are? Your obsessive concern makes me sick. Jason smirked. Hear that? My girlfriend thinks you're disgusting. Get lost. As they turned to leave, he mouthed over his shoulder, She's a slut. Rage exploded in my chest. I lunged at Jason, fingers locking around his throat with single-minded fury. I'd kill this bastard today. Emily screamed, clawing uselessly at my arms before grabbing a beer bottle and smashing it against my skull. Darkness swallowed me as a voice echoed, It's over. I woke in a hospital room with our parents hovering. Mrs. Johnson's eyes were red-rimmed. Thank God you're okay. Kevin, she breathed. Mr. Johnson looked murderous. If anything permanent happened to Kevin, I'd kill that ungrateful daughter myself. My mother's voice trembled with anger. Everyone knows how devoted Kevin's been to Emily all these years, more than even us. What kind of monster attacks someone who cares so deeply? If she weren't your child. Dad cleared his throat, silencing her. Mr. Johnson hung his head. You're right. When we find that runaway brat, I'll drag her here to beg forgiveness on her knees. Don't bother. My voice startled everyone. I want nothing more to do with Emily. Her apology means nothing. Shocked silence filled the room. Nobody could believe it. Not after 20 years of inseparable childhood friendship. 10 years of unshakable devotion. Even I felt strange, as if some cosmic delete button had erased all affection overnight. Remembering Emily now felt like recalling a stranger. The adults exchanged worried glances. Mom immediately summoning doctors to recheck my head. On discharge day, Mr. Johnson forcibly brought Emily. She stood sullenly before me, dragged by her father's iron grip. How could I have raised such a heartless, irresponsible daughter? Apologized to Kevin immediately. Emily's eyes and nose were red, clearly from recent tears. In the past, this pitiful sight would have melted my heart. But now I felt nothing. I calmly observed her regardless of circumstances. She owed me an apology. To my surprise, she stubbornly retorted, If I hadn't stopped them, Jason would have been hurt. Her father turned crimson with rage, shouting, Jason, don't mention that hoodlum. Are you apologizing or not? I'll break your legs otherwise. I shook my head silently, still delusional. Mr. Johnson, I interjected. This isn't necessary. Turning to my mother, I said, Let's go. I walked out without glancing back at Emily, ignoring Mr. Johnson's attempts to stop me. Emily's complaining voice trailed after us. See? I told you it's pointless. Kevin would never blame me. When has he ever blamed me for anything? She was right. Throughout our childhood, I'd never held Emily accountable. No matter how outrageous her actions, everyone assumed that even if Emily stabbed me, I'd first worry about blood staining her hands. We hadn't gone far when a sharp slap echoed behind us. Emily stood clutching her cheek in shock. Dad, you hit me? I'll hit my useless daughter anytime. Break up with that gangster, or I disown you. Fine. Disown me then. Emily screamed, pushing past me in tears. That same day, she moved in with Jason. The Johnson family descended into chaos, lamenting their family's disgrace. None of this concerned me anymore. Previously postponing my study abroad plans to stay with Emily, I now threw myself into preparing for overseas studies. Just as I became fully immersed in visa applications and university paperwork, Emily suddenly called demanding $30,000. Kevin, Dad froze all my accounts. I'm broke, you have to help me. Her entitlement amazed me. Of course I could afford it. But why should I? Aren't you living with your boyfriend? Let him support you. I replied coolly, still oblivious to my detachment. She explained earnestly. Jason lost $10,000 at the casino. I need to pay his debt and renovate his disgusting apartment. I can't live like this. Lost $10,000? What nonsense. Gambling losses. Obviously, only someone as love-blind as Emily would believe Jason's lies. No, I won't lend you money. Your accounts got frozen too. She gasped. I almost laughed. After all my hints, she still couldn't imagine me refusing. Why would she? I'd always cherished her. In her mind, Kevin would forever remain the pathetic lapdog. Eternally available. Endlessly accommodating. I mean, I'm not obligated to help you. Silence followed. After a long pause, Emily sneered. Playing hardball now. Kevin? Fine. Let's see who caves first. The line went dead. I knew her game. She expected me to fold first. As I always had. This time, she'd be disappointed. When I went to apply for my visa, I collided with a girl, sending our documents flying everywhere. As I hurriedly apologized and crouched to pick them up, I was surprised to discover she'd be attending the same university as me. I looked up in delight. You're going there too? That's when I got my first proper look at her face and froze. This girl was stunning. Emily had always been beautiful, but she didn't pale in comparison at all. She glanced at my documents and smiled faintly, small dimples appearing at the corners of her mouth. What a coincidence. Her name was Lily, attending the same university, but a year below me. I grinned. So you're my junior then. Lily turned out to be incredibly outgoing. We ended up chatting extensively about our alma mater. And when lunchtime rolled around, she insisted on treating me. Since we're both heading to the same school, you'll have to look out for me. Senior, she teased. I countered that I should be the one paying. But she chose a Japanese restaurant. We'd just parked and approached the entrance when I heard an all-too-familiar voice behind us. I suppressed a groan. Speak of the devil. Jay, I haven't had sushi in ages. Baby, this place costs an arm and a leg. Let's eat somewhere reasonable. But it's only a few hundred per person, not until your parents unfreeze your cards. Then you can eat here 100 times if you want. I rolled my eyes at the cheapskate's words. Turning around, I found Emily and Jason standing mere meters away. Jason's eyes immediately lit up when he spotted Lily beside me. Being a guy myself, I recognized that sleazy look instantly. I subtly shifted to block his view. But Emily blurted out, Lily? My companion smiled politely. Senior Emily. I was stunned. You two know each other? Lily explained. We were both in the dance club. The dance club? I'd attended every one of Emily's college performances, yet had no memory of Lily. Then again, whenever Emily was around, she'd always commanded my full attention. Emily pouted dramatically. Kevin, are you still ignoring me after all these days? I responded curtly. Just busy. We should get going for lunch. The we clearly referring to Lily and myself. Emily's expression darkened as she shot Lily a venomous look. Is this why you've been acting strange? Because of her? I couldn't believe her audacity. She'd literally cracked my skull open last time we met, yet acted like nothing happened, even if I used to be your simp. Emily, this dog's got limits. I'm just tired of this. It's got nothing to do with anyone else. This only enraged her further. Tired? Kevin, do you realize who you're talking to? Me. The Emily who grew up with you. Knowing her penchant for public scenes, I tried steering Lily inside, but Emily grabbed Lily's sleeve. Not so fast. Explain yourselves. You won't lend me $300,000. Now you're treating me like this? And you, she spat at Lily. You shameless. Before Lily could react, I burned with secondhand embarrassment. The childhood filter I'd worn for Emily shattered. What I'd once excused as quirkiness now revealed itself as pure toxicity. Take your useless deadbeat boyfriend and get lost. Emily, you're making a scene. Emily was completely stunned by my shout. Her large eyes filled with disbelief before welling up with tears. This was hard for her to accept in all our years of friendship. I'd never raised my voice at her like this. You're yelling at me over some outsider? She spat, venom and fury twisting her features. Kevin, you're actually taking another woman's side against me. Jason finally tore his lustful gaze away from Lily. Who the hell are you calling trash? You. Obviously. As tension crackled between Jason and me again, Lily suddenly chuckled. All eyes turned to her. If a boyfriend can't even treat his girlfriend to Japanese cuisine, she said sweetly, he's hardly boyfriend material. Wouldn't you agree? The barb hit its mark. Even a street tough like Jason flushed crimson. Emily looked ready to combust, seeing her beloved man humiliated. What would you know? She shrieked, hands flying to her hips. Who gave you the right to judge my man? Lily, you've always been jealous of me. First seducing Kevin to drive us apart. Now shaming my boyfriend. You're pathetic. Her pretty face contorted grotesquely with rage. Watching this, I suddenly wondered what I'd ever seen in her. Emily kept escalating, heedless of gathering sidewalk onlookers. So what if my man's broke right now? That doesn't mean. Slap. The brutal smack sent her sprawling. Jason stood over her, finger jabbing angrily. Shut your damn mouth. Who said I'm broke? Clutching her cheek, Emily gaped at Jason through shocked tears. If memory served, this was the first time he'd hit her sober and in public, no less. No drunken excuses to cling to now. Fucking embarrassment. Jason growled before storming off, leaving Emily crumpled on the pavement. I guided Lily into the restaurant. Sorry you got dragged into that mess because of me. Emily and we go way back. But there's some ugly history. Kevin, Lily interrupted gently. Does Emily have feelings for you? I nearly choked. What? She's obsessed with that deadbeat boyfriend. So obsessed, she nearly got me killed helping him once. Lily smiled knowingly, yet seeing us together clearly made her jealous. Jealous? Of me? Before I could argue, she changed subjects. Let's eat. This conversation needs better ambience. Relieved, I dropped it. The less said about Emily, the better. Emerging later, we found Emily still waiting outside. She sprang up when she saw me. I'll head out first, Lily tactfully offered. The girl had social instincts sharper than sushi knives. After apologizing again, I turned to Emily. Might as well settle this once and for all. After Lily left, Emily clung to my arm, shaking it. Kevin, her eyes were red-rimmed, voice trembling softly. It felt like countless times before when she'd come seeking comfort after arguments with parents or life's disappointments, always finding my arms open. But time changes everything. The Kevin who'd loved Emily for 10 years was gone. Emily grew uneasy under my detached gaze. Kevin, I know you're still angry about me not listening, about me hitting you for Jason's sake. Please don't be mad anymore. This time, I'll apologize first. Her surrender startled me like watching a pampered princess scrub floors. I disentangled myself. I admit I went too far that day. She blurted through tears. Seeing you choke, Jason, terrified me. I'd never hurt you on purpose. Please don't shut me out. With Jason treating me like this, and now you. I feel like my world's collapsing. Oh, the familiar script. When Jason used to hit her, she'd run to me for solace. Now that I stopped playing therapist, she noticed the vacancy. We're different. Emily, whether you fight with your boyfriend for hours or play BDSM games, that's your business. But I'm done being the fool chasing after someone who doesn't care. Her composure cracked. Kevin, don't be like this. You promised to always protect me. I did. But you made it clear you didn't need me. Said I disgusted you with my meddling. Those were just angry words. I can't live without you. Her desperation rang hollow. When Jason's abuse escalated before, she'd defend him endlessly. Now this sudden epiphany? As if reading my skepticism, she dialed Jason dramatically. You woman-beating trash. We're through. Go die in a ditch. The phone slammed down. I'm moving my things out today. Back to my parents. Never seeing him again. Kevin, let's go back to how we were. I almost laughed. 10 years of her choosing Jason over me. Now this about face. Lily's words echoed. Maybe she likes you? She's jealous. Ridiculous. A decade of unrequited love doesn't flip overnight. This was pure possessiveness. The security blanket she took for granted was slipping away. If you've truly dumped him, congratulations. But we'll just be acquaintances now. Her face paled. True to form, Emily performed breakup theatrics, tearful parental apologies, deleting couple photos, posting sappy declarations. Some loves are mistakes, but childhood bonds are eternal. I'll reclaim what's always been mine. When midnight essay-length nostalgia texts flooded my phone, I blocked her. On my birthday, Lily called. Happy birthday. Kevin, how'd you know? The warmth in her laugh carried through the line. Some mysteries are worth keeping. During the visa appointment that day, I noticed something. Oh, right. Haha. Thank you. Any plans today? I truthfully said no. Perfect. Last time I promised to treat you, but you ended up paying. Let me make it up this time. Birthday boy? I tried to decline, but Lily insisted, first arguing that gentlemen shouldn't refuse ladies' invitations, then mentioning how I'd need to help her adjust abroad. Eventually, I relented. Honestly, I'd never had such effortless conversations with any girl besides Emily. Lily felt like an old friend from day one. We discussed philosophy, music, video games, even our shared childhood trauma of being chased by dogs. She just got me. I laughed harder than I had in years. It had been ages since I felt this light, not since Emily started dating Jason 12 months ago. Before we knew it, 5 hours vanished. Walking her home that night, I sincerely thanked her. She mysteriously produced a palm-sized gift from her bag. For you, Kevin. But don't open it until you're home. I chuckled and agreed. When I entered my apartment, I nearly jumped seeing Emily lounging on my couch in my dress shirt, casually watching TV. You're back. I've been waiting forever, she said with practiced ease. Emily had known my door code for years, coming and going as she pleased. After Jason first hit her, she'd sobbed here until dawn. I'd nearly killed the bastard that night, got myself hospitalized brawling with him. Yet by morning, she'd vanished after one call from Jason, not even saying goodbye. That's when I realized how pathetically I'd played the first love protector. Tada. Birthday cake. Emily hopped to the dining table. Happy 25th to my knight, Kevin. May every year be as blessed as today. Knight was her pet name for me. She declared herself the princess needing lifelong protection, either oblivious to or ignoring my stiff expression. She chirped. Hurry up. I've been starving waiting for you. I set Lily's gift down, lingering in the foyer shadows. Emily, we can't go back to how things were. Your knight, he's leaving. She kept fiddling with the lighter. Back turned as candles flickered. They're lit. Come make a wish. You really don't have to do this. The lighter smashed against the floor. Enough. Enough. She whirled around. Tear-streaked face contorted. So I messed up. I didn't listen. You think this is easy? Choosing between my boyfriend and the guy I grew up with? If you're still mad I slapped you, then hit me back. Go ahead. Her voice broke. You'd never freeze me out before. Never speak harshly. Now you treat me like a stranger. Why? I'm sorry. But we're done. The tears stopped. Her eyes glinted venomously. You were with Lily all afternoon, weren't you? What's so special about that ordinary girl? Using her to mess with me? I know you don't really like her. Migraine building. I gestured at the door. My personal life isn't your concern. I'm tired. Leave. Emily nodded repeatedly, then started rambling again. I get it now. You're getting back at me. You've been upset since I started seeing Jason. Now you're pulling this Lily stunt to retaliate. Aren't you? I could only sigh. Had she been binge-watching too many soap operas? Kevin, I'm warning you, this is your last chance. If you keep giving me this cold shoulder, we're done talking forever. Don't come crying to me later. So apparently, she'd been granting me privileges all along. I smirked. Thanks, but I'll pass on your chance. She flushed crimson, finally storming out in frustration. At the doorway, she whirled around. Who do you think you are? Kevin? You've always looked down on Jason, but at least he apologizes properly. He calls daily, sends gifts, actually tries to make amends. Where's that guy who promised to always cherish me? Think Jason and I won't work out? Watch us. We're getting back together. I'll prove everyone wrong. My parents. The whole world. You think he's worthless? Just wait till my man makes you eat your words. I said nothing. After her tantrum, Lily's gift sat forgotten on the entryway shelf. True to her threat, Emily immediately reconciled with Jason, then moved out after explosive fights with her parents, giving her mother heart complications. The whole mess left me bewildered, yet fascinated. Let her self-destruct. As my departure date approached, Lily and I talked more frequently. Our calls drifted from travel preparations to college memories. There was a time freshman year I nearly slipped into depression. I confessed. No way. A knockout like you? Should have been all confidence and sunshine. More like stomping around. Nose in the air. Bow down, peasants. The queen has arrived. Her laughter tinkled through the receiver. You never opened my gift. Did you? Crap. How'd she know? Before I could ask, she wished me good night with mysterious cheerfulness. Just as I reached for the package, Mom called. Living in the same gated community as the Johnsons meant unavoidable gossip. The latest bombshell? Emily was pregnant. She'd marched home with that deadbeat boyfriend, using the baby as leverage, demanding either parental approval or reinstated credit cards. The Johnsons, already humiliated by their daughter eloping with a delinquent, now faced public extortion. Mr. Johnson threatened violence, but Emily shielded Jason, screaming, "Kill us all then. Your grandchild's father." They got ejected with brooms. Emily still shrieking about birth certificates. Mom sighed heavily. That girl used to be so sweet. What poison did that hoodlum feed her? Unwed pregnancy, the shame. I stayed silent. In Emily's romantic delusion, Jason remained her rebellious Prince Charming. Their epic love required burning bridges, abandoning family, education, future. Now she'd be changing diapers in some hovel while he drank away their savings. Mom's call made me forget the gift again. Days before my flight, she invaded my apartment to help pack, code for relentless nagging. First you moon over Emily forever without making a move. Now you're studying abroad at your age. When will I get a daughter-in-law? I was glued to my phone scrolling through videos when the video call came through from Lily. I hurried into the bedroom, making sure to close the door behind me. Kevin, I need to handle something in the northern suburbs, but my car's restricted today. Could you drive me around? Our interactions had become much more casual lately. I smiled. My pleasure. I'm at XX hospital after visiting a friend. Just pick me up here. Got it. The moment I hung up, I found my mother grinning mischievously. Who's the video call with? You brat? I sighed. Just a college friend. When did you come in? You should knock. Mrs. Brown. Eavesdropping isn't becoming. I only just entered. Besides, I did knock the floor. Your fault for not hearing. She waved dismissively. Now seriously, when did you meet this girl? What does she do? How old is she? After relentless pestering, I gave her the full rundown. Mom nodded approvingly throughout. As I headed out, she issued her verdict. This one's good. Don't mess it up. Okay, fine. I'll admit it, I was thinking the same. At the hospital lobby, while waiting for Lily, sudden commotion erupted behind me. Medics rushed past with a gurney. Crowds scrambling to clear the path. 4 months pregnant. Massive hemorrhaging prep, the or now. My blood froze when I recognized the patient. Emily lay deathly pale. eyes clenched in agony. What caused this? Where was Jason? Before I could process it, she'd vanished into surgery. Kevin, what's wrong? Lily arrived to find me shaken. After explaining, she grew solemn. You should contact her parents immediately. I nodded. This was no trivial matter. Family presence was crucial. My heart ached for the Johnsons, barely recovered from their daughter's previous forced pregnancy ordeal, now dealt another brutal blow. They aged a decade before my eyes in that waiting room, when the surgeon emerged with consent forms. Mr. Johnson signed with trembling control while his wife collapsed wailing. That damned Jason ruined our girl. She clawed at my arm. Kevin, why aren't you with her? You'd never let this happen. You'd protect her. I had no answer. As Emily's surgery dragged on, I urged Lily to leave after she thoughtfully brought food and water. Hours later, when doctors finally announced Emily's stabilization, we collectively exhaled, though the baby didn't make it. Her parents showed no remorse for the loss, secretly relieved. Upon waking, Emily initially refused to speak, whether from pride or shock. Only after her mother's tearful demands did the truth spill. Another chapter in Jason's depravity. Back when Emily funded his lifestyle, he'd maintained pretenses. Now broke, the mask slipped completely. Daily drinking, gambling, and philandering. Despite her pregnancy, Emily handled all chores while Jason withheld money. Their final fight turned violent, his blows disregarding the life she carried. When Emily started bleeding down there, Jason actually ran away. Emily endured the pain and called an ambulance herself. After finishing her story, she finally broke down into loud sobs. Kevin, I was wrong. I shouldn't have ignored your advice back then. Jason is a complete liar and bastard. Her mother listened while crying, eventually becoming a tearful mess. Emily, your father and I are getting old. We really can't handle these scares anymore. Come home. Okay. Stop fighting us. Her father gritted his teeth in anger. I'll never let that bastard get away with this. Emily just kept looking at me. Now I finally understand. Being with Jason was a mistake from the very beginning. I thought I was different, that I could change him. But scum like him don't deserve anyone's love. Kevin, you were right about everything you said before. Her crying grew more intense, shoulders shaking uncontrollably. When I was unconscious, I dreamed about our childhood play weddings. I was the bride and you were the groom. You promised to always protect me and make me happy. Do you remember? Of course I remember. But what's the point of talking about this now? I sighed. You should rest. Don't dwell on these things. No. Emily tried to sit up when she saw me leaving, making her parents rush to hold her down. Kevin, don't go. I'm scared you'll never look back if you leave now. I've truly realized my mistakes. Please, let's go back to how we used to be. I'll never let anyone insult or hit you again. Please don't go. Her loud crying summoned a nurse. The patient just had surgery. Family needs to keep her calm. I had to say, let's not discuss this now. We'll talk after you're discharged. Kevin, don't leave. Let me protect you this time. Let me care for you. Please don't abandon me. She even tried to chase me off the bed. I hurried out, only to find Lily waiting by the door. Lily, how long have you been here? Not long. How's Emily? I shook my head. You heard everything. She fell silent before gathering courage. The study abroad departure is in 2 days. Are you still going? Hearing the uncertainty in her voice, I chuckled. Silly. Why even ask? Of course I'm going. Lily's tense shoulders immediately relaxed, though she pretended to be annoyed. Why call me silly? You're the silly one. You still haven't looked at my birthday gift. Have you? Oh, I'd almost forgotten again. I pulled out a small crystal ball from my pocket. Lily's eyes lit up. You opened it. No wonder I couldn't find mine later. It went to you. Don't blame me if you forgot. Then I remembered. This was the gift I'd given Lily years ago, now returned. 20-year-old Kevin had given it to 19-year-old Lily. Back when I was depressed, hiding behind the library to cry for hours daily. Coincidentally, Lily often studied there. Honestly, I wanted to confront you at first. What could make a college student cry so much every day? But then I ended up comforting you instead. You called my crying ugly and told me not to look at you. No wonder I didn't remember you. Hey, my comfort might have been clumsy, but one line stuck with me. Which one? You said, find your sunshine, and life's shadows will disappear. Then threw this at me, saying I couldn't disturb your vocabulary practice anymore. I couldn't help laughing. Fate had connected me to Lily 5 years earlier. I thought I'd always suffer in relationships, but destiny hadn't failed me after all. According to my mom, Emily would recover fully with rest. That scumbag Jason had to show up again and make his presence known. The audacity of him threatening Emily with her private videos, demanding $500,000 or he'd leak them online. Mr. Johnson was already preparing to deal with him when Jason walked right into the trap himself. We served him the full package: police report, lawsuit, compensation claims, and jail time. Before being locked up, Jason kept screaming about wanting to see Emily. Of course, all this happened after I'd already left the country. On the day Lily and I were departing, Emily actually chased us to the airport. Her mother lamented through tears. That stubborn girl threatened to jump off the building if we didn't let her come. Her father and I are at our wits' end. Emily looked pale and fragile, her thin frame swimming in an oversized trench coat. I need to speak with Kevin alone, she insisted. My mother reluctantly agreed, shooting me warning looks to handle Emily carefully and avoid upsetting her. Lily nodded understandingly. Are you really leaving? Emily's voice trembled. Yes. What if I went abroad with you? I could accompany you every single day. Support whatever you choose to do. Could we? No. Emily completely broke down, fat tears rolling down her cheeks. Emily, what's done is done. We both need to move forward. She kept shaking her head violently, hands pressed over her mouth. I knew her regret was genuine, knew she truly wanted reconciliation. But here I stood, holding another girl's hand ready to embrace our new beginning. Our past love had been real, but so was this current indifference. She deserved her own fresh start too. At the final security checkpoint, Emily desperately grabbed my arm until Lily suggested, let me talk to her. Miraculously, after just a few minutes of conversation, Emily stopped crying. She simply stared at me with hollow eyes. When I asked Lily on the plane what she'd said to Emily, she just smiled. That's my secret to keep. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more exciting stories. And drop your thoughts on this one in the comments. See you next time.